If you've been told that TRT will give you roid rage, cause prostate cancer, or that you're too young to need it, you've been lied to. And these lies are keeping thousands of men suffering unnecessarily day after day. Game Day has treated thousands of men in our clinics, and we see the same pattern every single day. Guys coming in who've been living with fatigue, brain fog, and declining performance for years because they believe these dangerous myths. So here's what's fascinating. While you're avoiding TRT because of these myths, your testosterone is continuing to decline. You're losing muscle mass, your energy is tanking, and your quality of life is suffering. All because someone told you something was simply not true. Let me tell you about Mike, a 34-year-old construction worker who came into my clinic the other day. He'd been dragging himself through 12-hour workdays, had zero energy to play with his kids when he got home, and his wife was starting to think he wasn't attracted to her anymore. His testosterone was lower than my 65-year-old patient's, but Mike had been avoiding treatment for 2 years because his buddy at work told him TRT would make him aggressive and cause prostate cancer. 2 years of unnecessary suffering because of myths. Today, I'm going to debunk every single one of these myths with real science. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which TRT facts are complete fiction, what the real science says, and most importantly, you'll have the knowledge to make an informed decision about your health instead of living in fear of misinformation. So myth number one, TRT is only for old men. So let's start with the biggest myth that's keeping younger men from getting help. We have several men under the age of 40 coming to our clinic all the time, all of them complaining of the same symptoms they thought wouldn't come until they were much older. Here's the reality. We start losing testosterone in our 30s. That's not my opinion, that's medical fact. Low testosterone can affect men of any age, causing symptoms like fatigue, decreased muscle mass, reduced libido, brain fog, and depression. Think of it like this. If you had diabetes at 30, you wouldn't wait until you're 60 to treat it. Of course not. The construction worker I mentioned, Mike, he's now 3 months into treatment. His energy is back. He's playing catch with his son again, and his relationship with his wife has completely transformed. Age didn't disqualify him from feeling like himself again, and it doesn't disqualify you either. Okay, myth number two, that TRT is a magic quick fix. This one, it kind of drives me crazy because it sets up unrealistic expectations. I had a patient, let's call him David, who came in expecting to feel like Superman within a week. And when that didn't happen, he almost quit treatment entirely. So here's the truth. The benefits of TRT, like improved energy levels, muscle mass, and mood, often take time to manifest. It's not a magic pill, and consistent management and monitoring are crucial. Think of TRT like going to the gym. You don't walk out after one workout looking like a bodybuilder. Hormone optimization is a process, not an event. I tell every patient the same thing. You didn't lose your testosterone overnight, and you won't get it back overnight. Real optimization takes 3 to 6 months of consistent treatment and monitoring. But here's what's encouraging. Most men start feeling some improvements within the first month with significant changes by month 3. So David stuck it out, and in his 6-month follow-up, he told me it was the best decision he ever made. But it required patience and realistic expectation. All right, myth number 3, TRT causes roid rage. This myth has probably kept more men from getting help than any other. So let's break this down. TRT aims to restore testosterone to normal levels, not elevate it beyond what's natural. Research suggests that it can actually improve mood and reduce irritability in men experiencing low testosterone. Here's what I see in our patients, the opposite of aggression. Men become more patient with their families, more focused at work. That's what happens when you fix a hormone deficiency. Let me tell you about James, a 38-year-old executive who was snapping at his kids and arguing with his wife constantly. He was worried TRT would make him more aggressive. 6 months later, his wife sent me a thank you card. She had her husband back, calm, patient, and present. We're not talking about bodybuilders taking massive doses of steroids. We're talking about bringing your levels back to where they should be naturally. There's a massive difference between hormone replacement and hormone abuse. All right, myth number 4, TRT causes prostate cancer. Okay, this is a big one, the fear that kills, and it's based on old, flawed research that's been thoroughly debunked. Here's the shocking truth. There is no evidence that TRT causes prostate cancer. In fact, low testosterone can increase the risk of prostate cancer, and TRT can potentially reduce that risk. This myth has kept men from seeking help for decades. I've had patients suffer for years with debilitating symptoms because their doctor scared them with this outdated misinformation. Meanwhile, their untreated low testosterone was actually putting them at higher risk. A 2023 study published in the New England Journal of Medicine followed thousands of men and found no increased cancer risks with properly administered TRT. The American Urological Association has updated their guidelines to reflect this new understanding. So game day, we monitor every patient's prostate health closely. That's part of proper medical care. But living in fear of a risk that doesn't exist while suffering from a condition that does, that's simply unnecessary. So myth number 5, over-the-counter boosters are the same as TRT. This one just simply makes no sense to me. Over-the-counter testosterone boosters are not the same as TRT, not even close. TRT requires proper clinical assessment, ongoing monitoring, and is administered under the guidance of a healthcare professional. Here's an analogy. Saying a testosterone booster is the same as TRT is like saying vitamin C tablet is the same as chemotherapy. One is a controlled medical treatment. The other is whatever they can legally put in a bottle. I've had patients waste thousands of dollars on supplements that don't work when proper TRT would actually solve their problem. Testosterone replacement therapy is a controlled substance. You're not buying that over the counter in your grocery store vitamin aisle. Whatever is in that jar might be natural ingredients found in nature that could potentially support testosterone production, but it is not testosterone replacement therapy. The difference in results, night and day. Myth number 6, testosterone is only a male hormone. While men produce more testosterone, it is crucial for both men and women, right? It plays a role in libido, energy levels, mood, muscle mass in women as well. I know women that have been treated with testosterone replacement therapy as well, and they experience the same benefits, right? Better energy, improved mood, increased muscle mass. This isn't just a guy thing. Hormones don't discriminate based on gender when it comes to their effects in energy, mood, and overall well-being. Now, if you're watching this and thinking, I believe some of these myths, you're not alone. That's exactly why we created a comprehensive assessment process at Game Day Men's Health in downtown Houston, Katy, and Memorial. We don't just look at numbers on a lab report. We focus on how you're actually feeling and functioning in your daily life. Our approach to men's health goes beyond just hormone replacement. We optimize your entire health profile to restore your energy and vitality. If you're ready to separate fact from fiction and explore what's actually possible for your health, check out GameDayMen'sHealth.com/downtown-Houston-TX to learn more about our evidence-based approach to hormone optimization. Myth number 7, TRT automatically causes infertility. Many individuals who undergo TRT are still able to have children. While TRT can impact sperm production, it's not a guarantee of infertility, and options like pausing TRT or using other methods are available to mitigate the impact on sperm production. We have patients who have had children on TRT. We monitor, we adjust, we work with fertility specialists when needed. It's manageable. The key is working with a qualified healthcare provider who understands both hormone optimization and fertility preservation. Okay, myth number 8, TRT is only for athletes. TRT is intended for individuals with a diagnosed testosterone deficiency, regardless of their athletic status. Our patients are accountants, teachers, construction workers, executives, regular guys who just want to feel normal again. This isn't about performance enhancement for competition. This is about men getting back to baseline function so they can be present for their families and perform at work. All right, myth number 9, TRT causes liver damage. So there's no evidence that properly administered TRT causes liver damage. Modern TRT methods, injections, gels, pellets, are much safer for the liver. We monitor liver function in all of our patients as part of our comprehensive care, but the fear of liver damage from modern TRT is unfounded. Okay, myth number 10, TRT causes hair loss. There's no evidence that TRT or testosterone causes hair loss in either men or women. Male pattern baldness is genetic. If you're going to lose your hair, you'll lose it whether you're on TRT or not, whether your testosterone is high or low. We've had patients worried that they go bald on TRT. The reality, your genetics determine your hairline, not your hormone therapy. Myth number 11, TRT is unsafe for the heart. Here's where recent research has been reassuring. A 2023 study found that TRT in middle-aged and older men with hypogonadism did not increase the risk of heart attack or stroke compared to a placebo group. Some previous research had raised concerns, but recent findings are much more encouraging. However, some studies do indicate a slightly higher risk of certain cardiovascular events like pulmonary embolism and atrial fibrillation with TRT, according to the American College of Cardiology. This is why proper medical supervision is crucial. We monitor your heart health throughout treatment. The key is working with a provider who understands both the benefits and the risks and can make individualized decisions based on your specific health profile. Myth number 12, TRT is a fountain of youth. So let me be clear about realistic expectations. TRT can alleviate symptoms of low testosterone such as fatigue, muscle loss, and reduced sexual function, but it is not a cure-all for aging. Maintaining a healthy lifestyle through proper nutrition, exercise, and adequate rest remains essential for overall health and well-being as you age. TRT is one powerful tool in the toolbox, but it works best when combined with good lifestyle choices. I tell my patients, TRT will help you feel like yourself again, but it won't turn back the clock on everything. So let's recap what we've learned, okay? TRT isn't just for old men. It won't give you roid rage. It doesn't cause prostate cancer. And those over-the-counter boosters you've been wasting money on aren't even close to the real thing. The biggest takeaway, most of what you've heard about TRT is wrong. And these myths aren't just misinformation. They're keeping men from getting treatment that could dramatically improve the quality of life. But knowing these myths are false is just the beginning. The next question is, how do you know if you actually need TRT? What are the real signs of low testosterone that doctors often miss? It's important to remember that TRT is a medical treatment that should be discussed with a qualified medical provider. Make sure that healthcare provider assesses your symptoms, conducts necessary tests, not just at the beginning, but with ongoing monitoring, and determines if TRT is the right course of treatment for you. Consider your individual circumstances, your individual potential risks, and your individual benefits, and make sure you really think through all of that with a medical professional before you start any therapy. All right, look, don't let myths and misinformation keep you from living your best life. Your health is too important to base decisions on outdated fears and internet rumors. At Game Day Men's Health in downtown Houston, Katy, and Memorial, we're committed to providing you the evidence-based information and personalized treatment plans that actually work. Game Day has helped thousands of men separate fact from fiction and reclaim their energy, vitality, and confidence. Our comprehensive approach to men's health goes beyond just hormone replacement. We optimize your entire health profile for lasting results. Look, if you're ready to stop living in fear of myths and start taking control of your health, visit GameDayMen'sHealth.com/downtown-Houston-TX to schedule your comprehensive assessment today. And make sure to subscribe for more myth-busting content and men's hormone optimization and health. Have a good one.